Well, guys, I've been working on this. I decided to chop the front panel off. Oh, somewhere in here. And then I took two panels and I'm trying to figure out, because that nut is going to end up on both panels. And I'd rather have this one have the nut. So, it took me a little bit. I got this one, well, I ran through the nut. It's not tight against the panel, but I think it's close enough to get a reading. I could chop this panel off. Along this line. It'll still have its three nuts in here. Then those three nuts down there. So that's what I'm working on. Trying to get this one as close as I can to cutting off to this one. I'll probably figure out where to cut this one off and then leave it long, because there's plenty of room in between here and the nut. So I'll probably leave it long because I want the nut, but that way if I misjudged it all, it'll still be okay, if that makes any sense. Anyways, so I started chopping some of this stuff out. Trying to get some of this stuff out of my way. I was able to bolt the two together and draw a line. And I'm going to keep this side the nut. So I'll get this taken apart. And I want to leave half, 3/4 inch metal in there. Just to make sure I don't mess up too bad. Okay, so got chopped up back here. There's a dent. That's a dent. Must have happened since I took the fenders off. It's sitting in the garage because the fender's not damaged, but that's dented in. So I gotta do a little tappy on there. And I chopped it off somewhere in there. I got the fender held on. There was two good bolts I could get on back here. And I got vice grips. So it's over a busted off bolt in the front. Except for I got a little froggy last night and I didn't clean up the back side of this panel and prep it and paint it. Looks like I osproed the whole bare metal on the car. So that's almost cured. I osproed all this too. So yeah. So but I didn't prep the side of the car down on the bottom of the patch panel. So this all has to come back apart. This has to be primed, prepped and primed on the back side of it. And I've got to grind up inside the wheel well for some clean welding surface. So yeah. I've been working today, hauled 2 truckloads of stuff to storage. Got the rug off the outside. I got Dad's golf cart charging because we're getting anywhere from a trace to 2 foot of snow starting at 10 o'clock tonight till Monday morning. So most of my day's been trying to work to get ready for Blizzard 2025. But I got most of that done, so have me a beer or two and see what I can get done tonight. Which I'll probably just post tomorrow night. So, but yeah, that cupboard, there's a little bit of wrinkle I gotta fix in here. The dent comes just past that panel a little bit. My line's a little lower than here. I'm not sure if this isn't totally bolted down. So I gotta make sure that the fender is all the way up and this panel's all the way up, because none of these bolts are tight. They're just in there. And see if I can get that line to come up to because it's close. Either one is close. But the closer I can get to my cutoff panel, the easier it's going to be to build that triangle that I had to build on the other side. I'm also going to have to come. That's got to go back about another inch. You can tell on the back side that this outside inch is way too thin to weld it. It gets nice, about an inch in. So that's going to have to be opened up a little bit more. Then I got to try and get into that panel up by the door. Not sure if I'm going to try and do that. I'll get this piece at least installed on the outside before I start working on that lower quarter. But I might try and pound that dent out. I'm not sure if I'm going to try and do it before or if I'm going to do that while I'm installing that lower quarter. But at least with the fender on here, this is close to being right. I'll run a marker along the underside of that where it attaches to the inner fender That way I can get it all cleaned up. And then take this all apart, clean that up, prep and prime this, and go from there. Alrighty, guys. Patches isn't looking too bad. Oh, I'm still working on this. I gotta get my die grinder in to get up closer to the edges, but I have a guy on Facebook that has the roof section of a car, because he's taking the sunroof out to put in his hot rod Beetle, and he said I could have whatever's left, and he was supposed to be done with it, chopped out on Monday, so I was going to pick it up Wednesday, because, well, New Year's, I had the day off, but his wife got sick, his truck broke down, you know, life got in the way. So once he gets, because he's putting the factory sunroof in his car, but once he gets done with the top of it, then I'm going to go down to Winsville and get that from him, and then I'll worry about, because all these drip rails are still on his car, so I can worry about these later. Anyways, that's the update for tonight. I'll talk to you guys later.